Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League with FPL Wizard. I hope you're all fine and I hope you're having fun. I hope you're all ready and you're prepared for the blank game week, guys. If you look at my team, that looks absolutely horrible. Still haven't made any transfers, but I plan to make my transfers during the stream. So, welcome Melivab, Nehal, Todd, Anas, Zara, Roshan, Karan, uh, Fadzali, Brian. Hey everyone! I hope you're ready for the upcoming 1 hour. I think it's gonna be very intense. Hopefully we can get a working at least a working 10 or 11 players in my team, because this Madison yellow card right at the end, it was so unwarranted, guys. I mean, it was absolutely horrible. This was only one thing which I didn't want to happen, and that's exactly what happened. It was just insane. Hey Barry, hope you're fine. 0.1 shot of Trent, Robo, maybe Virgil van Dijk. Yep, definitely Vadzili, you can definitely go there, but I wouldn't go Virgil van Dijk, to be honest with you. Attacking wise, it's not been that great. So Nehal says, let's get started with answering the questions quickly, guys. So so that we don't because we're already a little late. So Nehal says, I have two options. Which one you prefer with wildcard 13? Trossard, Jesus to Darwin -4, Mahrez to Salah, Jesus to Solanke, James to Anderson. Interesting. Mahrez to Salah, Jesus to Solanke, and James to Anderson. I mean, Nehal, to be honest with you, is there an option where you can get to Salah and Trossard both? Since you're wildcarding next week, I think having Salah and Trossard both in your team would be ideal. See if you can kind of make it work, and even with the -8, if you can get Salah and Trossard both in your team, even if you have to go with 10 players, that's like get the like star players, who's gonna make the difference. Hey Buckshot, I hope you're doing well. Roshan says, please make a wildcard draft. Roshan, I mean, this time making a wildcard draft is a little bit difficult, but if I was on wildcard currently, I would make a wildcard draft in a way that I can get to the players. For example, I can get to the City players. Maybe put 2 City players, put them on the bench, get somebody like Trossard with an eye on getting to Martinelli. Something like that, like that is how you have to make your draft now, because that's the only way you can make it. Otherwise, if you kind of just make it for this game week, then it's not gonna be workable in the coming game weeks as well. Brian says, do you think Wilson outscores Perisic Solanke rotation till game week 16? Game week 12, 13, 14, 16 Solanke. I mean, obviously Wilson is a great option if he stays fit and he plays. To be honest with you, the problem is, Solanke has some good fixtures. He's playing well, and Solanke saves you some money as well. So, I mean, I think you can. He's in form and he's playing well. So I think you can go with Solanke as well, to be honest with you. Dominic Sinclair says, hi mate, who's the better captain, Trossard or Mitrovic? Honestly, Dominic, if I had to captain anyone this week, I think this is a good week to take a punt on Trossard, because he's playing against Nottingham Forest, So yes, Mitrovic is playing against Aston Villa, who are not doing great either, but I mean, this week I think the captaincy is going to be mostly on Mo Salah. People are going to be captaining Mo Salah. If they don't own Salah, then they're going to be thinking about Mitrovic or Trossard. I personally prefer Trossard just because he's playing against Nottingham. Madison to Trossard and KDB to Salah. Zara, I'd say a big yes to that. Fadzali says Gaita, Trippier, Gehi, Doherty, Robo, Burn. Probably is going to transfer him out to Robo. I think you can keep Doherty. I mean, playing player, don't transfer him out this week. Barnes, Salah, Andres, Zaha. I like that team a lot, my friend. Anas says best chain replacement with 7.1 in the bank. Anas, there's no expensive defenders, but if you want to take a little bit of a risk, you can think about Chilwell. Is really good attacking stats when he plays, but that's going to be a bit of a risk. Otherwise, just go for somebody like Trippier, my friend, because there's not many good defenders available. If you don't have any like expensive replacements, get somebody like Gehi and invest elsewhere in your squad. Planning on selling Madison, Jesus, for Salah and Solanke, Firmino, Nunes, Mitrovic. Not chosen yet. Also wondering if I should do Saliba to Anderson for a -8 or a -6. I think Madison and Jesus to Salah and Mitrovic or Solanke makes more sense to me. Yes, you can go for Firmino and Nunes, but I think their minutes are going to be managed a little bit. I don't think Firmino and Nunes are going to play at the same time. I think it's going to be either Firmino or Nunes, because especially with Jota injured, and Luis Diaz injured, I think their options are a little bit limited with Liverpool. So I'd say go for somebody like Solanke, save some money, and then you can invest elsewhere. SH says, hello Wiz, how are you? What is your transfer plan this game week? SH, the only transfer plan I'm thinking right now is to get Salah, because he plays against West Ham United, and then he plays against Nottingham Forest next week. So I'm kind of working at the back of my mind. I've got 2 or 3 plans. Let's see, come the last 15 minutes, I'm gonna make my transfer. Only have playing 9 even after using 2 free transfers. Should I take a hit to transfer James out? Zara, I think if you take 1 hit this week, guys, remember, all of you, just, I'm gonna say this once because it's gonna become repetitive, but if you are taking a hit this week and taking a player who's not playing out for a player who's gonna play, that -4 hit is essentially just a -2 point hit. So just have to think about that like a little bit intelligently, or a little bit in terms of a player who's not playing is gonna give you 0 points, and a player who's gonna play, unless he scores an own goal or misses a penalty, is gonna give you 2 points. So it's essentially a -4 hit, -2 hit. Todd says, I sense a rapid speech and drama at the end. I hope not, Todd. I really hope not. Lee says, hi Wiz, would you not use the free hit? I think Trossard and Wilson will clean up. Lee, the problem with free hit is, I think come the the end part of the season, there's gonna be blanks, and I just want to keep it in my back pocket. Sometimes things go really, really bad, then you want to use the free hit, or you want to take advantage of the double game weeks, then you want to use your free hit. Essentially, using a free hit in a blank game week just doesn't appeal to me that much. I just want to get through this game week, right? My overall rank is around 300k, so if I get through this game week with even a small red arrow, I would not mind that too much. Gehi and Firmino for a -8 this week. Don't like that, Anas. I really don't like that, because I don't see too many points coming, really, So if you're taking a hit, at least take it for a player who you feel there is an upside with the player, otherwise not. Aman says, hi, should I replace James with Gomez or Virgil van Dijk? I think Gomez, the problem with Gomez is I'm not sure if he's how long he's going to be nailed on for. Ibrahima Konate and Matip, they're both in front of him in the pecking order, especially with Trent Alexander-Arnold coming back into the team. Obviously, Gomez is not going to play right back now, so the only place which is available for him is the centre back, and in the pecking order, there's Ibrahima Konate and Joel Matip in front of him. So as soon as they're back, I think Gomez is going to be benched, so be careful with that. George Lyle says, hi, Wiz, Trossard or Mount? George, to be honest with you, long term, I'd say Mount is the better pick. If you're picking short term, then I think Trossard, because he plays against Nottingham Forest. And he's been talking up of scoring more goals and stuff, and that's the reason I'd be a little bit scared of not owning him. It could be my FOMO as well, but I really feel that this week I think Trossard. Because they have a tough game, Chelsea, away to Brentford. I don't think it's going to be easy. Imayu says Castagna for a hit to field 11 players. Castagna is not, you can get Castagna for a hit, but the thing is they're playing against Leeds United. I'm not sure if Leicester can keep Leeds United out for 90 minutes, especially the way the Leeds played against Arsenal. It was absolutely horrible to watch that game as an Arsenal fan. Leeds were so good in the second half, especially when Bamford came on. Will Sofal replace him with Gehi? I honestly feel just if you have Sofal, just put him in the team. Gehi, not sure how many points he scores this week. Take a hit for a player whose upside is more, whose ceiling is higher. That's what I would want to tell all of you. So just don't take hits for the sake of taking hits, guys. Take hits for players who you feel have got a high ceiling. Just remember that. Madison taking a yellow card, guys. It's so horrible. This is absolutely peak, prime FPL. This Madison yellow card. Just spoiling everybody's plans for no reason. Why did he want to take a yellow card, in the extra time? right at the end of the game for absolutely no reason. This guy Madison, I absolutely hate him. When I didn't own him, he scores 18 points, goes and absolutely rips Nottingham Forest apart, and as soon as I get him, he doesn't score any points, and then this nuisance in a blank game week, he takes the 5th yellow card. Man, oh man. Barry says Madison really spoiled my plan. Absolutely, he spoiled everybody's plan, my friend. It's just, I mean, there's enough fires to put out anyway, and just Madison is just added to that. So yeah, sometimes these things happen. You have to deal with. This is FPL. This is how you deal with situations. I think FPL teaches you a lot about dealing with situations in life. So maybe it's for the best. Yeah. Madison to Trossard done. Had to follow the crowd. There's no really good replacement out there. -4 is just a -2 anyway to make you feel good. I think that's fine, Fadzili. Honestly speaking, I think that's absolutely fine. Madison really is the stick that broke the proverbial camel's back. Yeah. But if you've already used your wild card, the proverbial camel can't do much, my friend. The back's gonna stay broken as long as you fix it. By taking hits, there's nothing much you can do it. And I'm in a situation right now which I need to fix. And now watch Tony and Jesus to get the 5th yellow. That's absolutely happy that I don't have any of them, man. I would love them to get a yellow card, at least, just get it out of the way. Because owning players with 4 yellow cards is just not for me at this moment. I mean, especially with what Madison did. So guys, I'm just tinkering here. I obviously I'm gonna get Salah. He's gonna be my captain this week, so Salah has to come in. The problem is I'm gonna have to take either Foden or Cancelo out. Even with taking Foden or Cancelo out, I'm gonna have just 10 players, especially with Nico Williams. That kind of makes it 9 players. Well, with Serge Aurier, I think being injured, that's at least a little bit of a positive for me, that at least Nico Williams is going to play. So that's something. Fazali says, remember last stream we talked about Tony where he will randomly score 2-3 goals? He did it last week. Absolutely. And those goals were absolutely, like a penalty and a back heel. Who imagined Tony's going to score those goals? I mean, Brighton were playing really well. They were just, just didn't have the cutting edge. They didn't just score the goals. They did everything else, just didn't score the goals. You might actually want Foden back though. Well, if I want Foden back, then I'll have to, kind of, sell Kane, or somebody, because Salah plays against Nottingham Forest, and I can't afford to not have Salah in this game. Even Leeds is a good game for Salah. Nottingham, if this guy comes back in form, I'll be more than happy owning him. And I think I've survived enough, a long time without Salah. I think it's time to get him back. He's looking sharpish, and it is better to kind of get Salah. Do you have a lot of value tied up in Cancelo? Todd, I've got 0.2 million tied up in Cancelo, so it's like 7.3 to get him back, 7.1 to sell him. But with Martinelli, I've got 6.7 to get him back, so it's 4 million, 0.4 million. With Foden, I don't have any value tied up. Essentially, it's like 8.3 and 8.2. So it's easiest for me to sell Foden. But yes, definitely I can sell Cancelo as well. I was even contemplating selling Cancelo. The problem with selling Cancelo is, there's like no options here. Like Gehi, I mean, there's very uninspiring options to get. Although they've got good fixtures, Crystal Palace, but how many clean sheets did this Gehi kept entire, like in the first, 11 game weeks, they kept a clean sheet against Leicester and they kept a clean sheet against Newcastle, but I don't know how many clean sheets Gehi is gonna keep. Yeah, I mean, I can do this, like I can then take a hit for Patterson, because again a -4 this week is a -2, and keep Foden and then field 11 players. But the problem is 4.3 million doesn't give me any good players. I don't want to get Justin. That's the only real option that I have. I've searched all of the permutations and combinations. 8 Nori played one game, not sure if he's going to play or not so far. Very uninspiring options, to be honest with you. So yeah, I mean, this is also an option with a -8. I can field 11 players, but you know, doesn't give me Trossard. Or I can take, you know, like Cancelo and Foden out to get Trossard. But the problem with getting Trossard then is, you know, like he plays against Manchester City and Chelsea and even Wolves. It's just gonna be a transfer waiting to happen. It's just gonna be 1 week and then gonna again have to take him out. You know, Trossard. You know, so yeah, I have some thinking to do. Whether I want to take a -8 or not, whether I want to just stick with the -4 and 10 players. A lot of things to decide. Fadli says I got Cancelo like last week, so like Cancelo to Trent won't hurt, but I don't know if Trent would play. Trent would play, my friend. I think if he's fit, he's going to play. Joseph said got Gehi in for Patterson and Salah for KDB for a -4. Should I get Sofal out for another defender -8? I mean, Joseph, I think you're good. Even if Sofal comes on and gets 1 point, I think you're good enough. Faz says, will Trent Alexander-Arnold be fit enough to play? Let me just check my predicted lineups quickly. You know, I have to. I did some research. Colin V Hayes on Twitter. I read his. I read his press conference notes, and then I also read most of the websites, and I tried to kind of get all information. So, in my opinion, what I've written here, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is gonna play. Yes. Quickly, I have come up with another option, but it feels -8 by featuring 10 Sterling to Salah, Madders to Trossard, Jesus to Wilson. Nehal, I like that better than the first two options which you gave me, honestly. Shopman says worth to take Kane to Solanke and Maddison to Salah. I already have Trossard. Yes, I think it is worth it. I mean, Kane has not done anything wrong, but the thing with Kane is, you know, the fixtures are a little bit like coming fixtures are not that particularly that easy. You know, Newcastle, Liverpool, so. You know, you can, yeah, even Manchester United is not the easiest fixture. So, yes, you can do that as Shopnan, but it obviously involves a player in form. Kane is in form and you have to transfer him out. But I think that's not a bad option. I've thought about it as well. 5 fullback versus Salah will be fun to watch. Not willing to sell Kane. I am willing to sell Kane, yes. I am thinking about selling Kane as well. At the back of my mind, I've thought about it. The problem with this, you know, like I'm selling a playing player this game week when I already don't have already have 3 non-playing players with 3 on the bench, like 6 non-playing players. And if I sell a playing player, that doesn't make sense to me. What is Liverpool's front three if Diaz and Jota are out? I think they're gonna play Nunez, Firmino, I guess, Salah. You know, I think they're gonna play. They can start with Carvalho as well. That's an option too. Carvalho is gonna give them an additional option. Harvey Elliott is gonna obviously, you know, gonna play as well. I'm holding Maddison to get Foden in game week 13. That's fine, my friend. I agree with that. -4 is worth. I think -4 is definitely worth this game week. Can be Fabio for one of Bobby or Nunez. Yep, that is absolutely true. That's exactly what I said. Carvalho, you know, Firmino or Nunez, one of them might play and then Carvalho might come in on the left-hand side. Do we have some updates on Brighton lineup today? If we get any updates, my friend, I'll update you. But as of now, we don't have any. Haaland, Cancelo, Martinelli, Saliba. Whom should I sell? Need to sell one for a playing 11. I think Saliba, honestly. That makes the most sense to me. Nunez is definitely a good option. The problem with Nunez is not sure how, like, if you're sure about his playing time, then you can get Nunez. Who are you going to bring in for Kane if you are going to bring him out? Yes, I'll show you my options, honestly, you know, that'll help me brainstorm as well. So let me reset. If I have to take Kane out, I'll take Kane out for somebody like Solanke, you know, then I'll replace Maddison with Salah and replace Foden with, you know, if I want, I can replace Foden with Trossard, or I can upgrade Patterson to somebody else, you know, like, the problem is the options are limited. But yeah, if I have to do it, I'll do it for Solanke, and I'll sell him for Solanke, Kane for Solanke. I'll definitely sell Maddison for Salah, and then obviously, you know, upgrade Patterson to somebody else if I want to take another hit, you know, or if I want to be aggressive and, you know, I'll probably then play Trossard in place of Foden. That way I'll, you know, give me the 2 players I really want this game week. Again, another option which is really not a very inspiring option, which I've been thinking about, is to get McAllister from Brighton, which again I already said, which is uninspiring. I'm not even sure if he's on penalties for Brighton anymore. In the end, it's just patchwork, guys. It's nothing brilliant. Shopnans, I already answered that. Just hold on to Foden. I'm sure you want him back next game week. The problem, Fadzali, is holding on to Foden is just not really an option at the moment, you know. Yeah, selling Kane for Dominic Solanke. If I have, let's just say, yeah, playing player out with, like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just doesn't make sense to me, honestly. That's the reason I've been thinking, you know, I've been thinking to, like, which player should I transfer out. I don't have any inspiring options unless I want to go with somebody like Billing, which Pascal Gross, I'm not sure about the minutes, although I would have loved to go here, but I'm not sure how many minutes he gets. They said he was a little fatigued. Today probably Welbeck day. Yep, Welbeck is a good option if anybody wants to take a punt for one game week. Welbeck is the one. I'm going with just 10 playing players. I'm scared to death without Salah, who's going to haul definitely against a shaky West Ham defense. That's the reason I want Salah. I'm going to captain Salah as well. Chilwell or Kukurea. If I was the one, I would go for Chilwell. Brian says, do you think Bailey will play? I could take a hit for Trossard. Leon Bailey, very uninspiring pick. 2 times I've put him in my team and absolutely always just disappoints. But yeah, in my notes, I've not written that I expect Bailey to start. I don't think he's going to start. Wildcard, Mount or Tony? Well, they're not even in the same position, my friend. So I'd say get both of them. They look good to me. But if I had to choose one, I would choose Tony. No, I would not get Welbeck for Kane. I don't want to get another injury-ridden player in my team. Madison and James to Trossard and Gehi, or Trossard and Alexander-Arnold. They're both good. I'd say you can go with both. You know, if you want to save some money, Trossard and Gehi, but, you know, want to attack the fixtures, then yeah, Alexander-Arnold is good. The problem is been performing that well this season, especially with his price tag. This goddamn Madison yellow card has got us all stuck, honestly. Don't like it one bit. Don't like any of my options one bit, you know. And it's rarely that happens because I mostly plan ahead of time. But you know, this Reece James is injury, and Madison's yellow card is just so untimely, guys. It's just absolutely horrible to deal with. But you know, you take things as they come. Sometimes you just have to make do with stuff. With only 10 players, Trossard captain, I'll be screwed if he blanks. No Salah for me, so maybe matters to Trossard and Kane captain. Abhijit, yeah, obviously if you don't want to go with Salah, then this is an option as well, yeah. Need a 1 week punt replacement, have Trossard, Andreas and Zaha, 8.9 in the bank. 1 week punt. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. What did I go for? You already have Trossard, you already have Andreas and Zaha. I mean, Eze obviously is not kind of a punt. Who else would I punt on? Yeah, again, Barnes not inspiring. I'm thinking, Todd. You already have the players anybody would want. Just hang on a second here. Oops. Happened. Sorry. So who would I? Bournemouth obviously plays Southampton, Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham. Liverpool don't have any good midfielders who we want to punt on. Newcastle, Almiron, not inspiring. Manchester United, Spurs, obviously tough fixture. Fulham, no. Leicester. Why did Madison have to take a yellow card? Todd, I just don't think in midfield there's a really inspiring option at the moment, you know. If you want to take a punt for 1 week, maybe double up on Brighton could be the one to go for. Maybe double up on, you know, but Palace I don't want to double up on because Wolves is not an easy fixture. From Liverpool, I wish Jota was fit. I could have said, you know, but he's a striker. No. Mason Mount, but Brentford is not an easy fixture, Todd. But if really want to take a punt, I think Mason Mount could be the one. So let me explore another option. So let us say I go Madison to Trossard, right? Upgrade Madison to Trossard. No, I don't have the money. I don't want to sell Martinelli is the problem, you know. 11.6 million and there's no players to buy. That's insane. So yeah, can't even go with the so just a second here. Oops, I think I moved my screen by mistake. Just a second here. Was thinking about Gross or Mount for the punt. I think Mount is the one you have to go for. Fazli says Mount not scoring 2 goals again. He's someone that will score for a while and then he's yeah. I know, but there's not good. No, I can't find any good punts to be honest with you. Almiron isn't uninspiring as well. Should I bring in Mount or Trossard for Madison? If I was the one, I would go for Trossard for the short term, Mount for the long term. Best keeper for a wild card. I think Gaita could be the one. You know, I like Gaita. Maybe Sinistera. Yeah, Sinistera could be the one, but again, you know, away from home leads are not the same as they're at home. Usman says, Yo, Wiz, what's the price for becoming first in your league? You get a football jersey of your choice, of the club of your choice, Usman. Wiz thinking of no Salah. I like a Brighton double up, less risky than Trossard captain over Kane. Thanks, Wiz. You're welcome, Trod. I just hope you get the right Brighton player because you know, I'm a little bit concerned with Pascal Gross because, you know, heard noises about his minutes might be limited. No leaks as of now. No team leaks, guys. If anything comes up, I'll let you know. I'm not thinking about no Salah. Even if I don't get Salah this week, I'll have to get him next week anyway, you know, my friend. So it's not like that I'm gonna go no Salah for a long time. The problem will be the captaincy. I'm thinking if how can I get Salah fit in this team, you know, somehow if I can sell somebody and get Salah, I'll possibly do that. The problem is I'm having to sell Martinelli, which I don't want to do. So 1.1 million is required. Like, if I could just sell Mitrovic to even Dom Solanke, that would be worth it. But, obviously. $5.8. Nothing at all. All I see is Pascal Gross, which I don't want to get. Guys, this is gonna go to the wire, isn't it? Hi Wiz, how big is your wood? I don't know, my friend. I don't know. I you know, that is a question which I don't know how to answer. And right now I'm just thinking about the fire, my friend. The wood is just not my concern. Sean says, do you think I bring in Trossard for this week and then bring Foden in next for the longer term and get Mount now and keep him for the next few weeks? I don't need many transfers. Yeah, that's fine, Sean. I like that. Jackson says, hey Wiz, did you get a chance to see my Twitch team on DM? Jackson, I've been absolutely busy all day, my friend. I'm so sorry I haven't got a chance. If you have any question, just write it here. I'll answer it definitely. 6.8 in the bank, best replacement for Reece James. Honestly, Zara, I don't think you should be spending that much on defense. Just downgrade on defense and spend it elsewhere in midfield where the real value, or strikers where the real value lies. Looks like Cancelo has to go. It's just there's no ideal solution, Todd, is the problem, you know. Making Cancelo go and wanting him back against Brighton next week is not something which I do, you know. It's just not what I do. I wish there was some good players in the sub 5.7 million bracket, but there just seem to be none, you know. I don't want to go with Almiron. I've already got 2 Newcastle players for, you know, for the love of God. I just don't want to go there. You know, Eze, I did like Eze, you know, I like Eze's fixtures. I like what Eze's been doing this season. But, you know, 2 Crystal Palace midfielders, you know, just not inspiring at all. There are no options. Bruno Gomares again, don't want to go there either. Sorry, I meant which option is better? I'll send a message again. Go for it, Sean. I'd like to say, such a shame that the Manchester City vs Arsenal game was postponed. Would have been a great time to play besides the FPL. That's absolutely true, Light Rays. I mean, 2 good teams toe-to-toe with each other, absolutely fine. Sukrat says, Sashrikal, bro, you're doing good. I'm absolutely fine. My question is, should I stick with Sinistera or go with Mount? I'm a wildcard. I think you should go with Mount, Sukraj. Sinistera is good, but I think Mount is the center of what Chelsea is doing right now. Pineapple Pie says Darwin or Solanke. I think if you want to take a bit of a chance, I think you can go with Darwin, Pineapple. You know, because I think he's going to play now with so many injuries to Luis Diaz, Jota. I don't think Liverpool's having much chance. They're going to have to play Darwin. And the way he was playing against Manchester City, he looked so greedy. You know, he was taking all the chances, not even passing to Salah when he was open. So I think when he's in form, he's going to score some goals. Lallana is surely starting. I think so, yeah. Imran says, hey mate, how about Bobby for captain? Not sure about Salah. I mean, if you want to go with Bobby, absolutely fine, my friend. But the thing is, I'm not sure how many minutes he's going to get. For example, you know, if their West Ham are stalling Liverpool, then Bobby might come off and Nunez might come on. Bring in Trossard for Mats for a -8. Already got Gehi and Salah. That's totally up to you, Joseph. If you got 11 players, I don't think you need to do it. Also, Darwin over Wilson, vice bro. I think that's... Sukraj, you can take a chance. If you don't like it, just go for... You know, you can always get... Darwin out and get Wilson back in because he's more expensive than him. Bring Trossard for 1 week and then get Foden for the longer term next week. Yes, that's absolutely fine. I think you can bring Trossard for 1 week and then go for Foden. I like that, Sean. You're welcome, Imran. Always welcome. I need to kind of fix my own team, which I don't have any options for. The highest scoring midfielder, and I'm going to transfer him out. I'm going to want him back really bad next week as well. Absolutely right. How uninspiring is this game right now? Damn. Salah, Mount, Solanke for Madison, Foden, Kane. Salah, Mount, Solanke. Yeah, I mean, you can do that, Himanshu. I think that's fine. Especially with, you know, Salah playing Nottingham Forest next week. I think that's fine. The problem with Mount is Mount's fixtures are getting a little bit difficult. So you need to be wary about that, my friend. Any stats on Solanke? Solanke is having, like, good attacking stats. Unfortunately, I didn't put the fixed stats in today in Shopland. But I think Solanke's stats look good. He's been in all. Let me at least. Yeah, I actually didn't put Opta stats on today. Just didn't have the time. Or Trossard instead of Madison, says Himanshu. Himanshu, to be honest with you, Salah, Mount, and Solanke. Even you can go with Salah, Trossard, and Solanke, and you can get Foden back next week if that's a possibility. I like that as well. You know, I'm going to hide behind my sofa all night long. Well, you're captaining Trossard. You shouldn't be hiding, Jugs. Aaron says, Viz have 7 starting players, 9 really, but not considering Sofa and Nego. Should I take a -8 for a team of 10 or just free hit? I think you should take a -4, field 10 players, my friend, or a -8 is fine. I think free hit is not for a -8. If you're having to take more than that, then that's the one. Castagna is running on my mind. Castagna is an uninspiring transfer, to be honest with you, my friend. Not doing too much attacking wise. He's got chances, but he's missing them. You're welcome. Jackson says, what are your transfers? I'm kind of contemplating. I don't know, my friend. I hope it doesn't go to the wire because I don't want it to. Yeah. Yep. The problem is that the in this price range there are not many players. You know, if you know, the wildcard I played, I mean, never expected goddamn Patterson to get injured, to Madison to get a yellow card right when they were blanking. This, it's just unfortunate. Looking at a red arrow this week and just doesn't look good. Oh man, wish I wouldn't have to go there. He's the assist switch billing is provided. The goal switch billing is kind of scored. They're all been from low XG, and low XA, and this is not the kind of player I want to be owning for the longer term. So far replacement already have Trippier, Webster, and Neko. Go for Gehi. On Trossard and Salah, we can see that. Get it done. That's the true transfers you want. Get it done. I don't know how to do it. If Nunes banged on to start, I'm sold. Really, just a 1 week plan. Go for it. Yep. Is Virgil a good week for Cancelo? Not sure, my friend. A good James replacement. You can think about it, honestly, the fixtures are Crystal Palace have got good fixtures. Other than that, obviously a City defender, but this week you obviously don't want to get a City defender. Then, other than that, Spurs mixed fixtures. Newcastle again, you already might own Trippier. I think you should go for a Newcastle, Crystal Palace defender, my friend. Refusion, I know I'm gonna do. Zaha is a good captaincy shout. Against Wolves, I'm not so sure. Honestly, I'm really not sure. Guys, alright, I'm gonna just focus on my team a little bit. I don't want to give anybody, a tough time here. So please just let me I've gone through all the permutations and combinations, guys. The problem is I don't like any of them. And that is the reason which is making me wait. I know whatever I do, I think this week is a red arrow. I'm looking at a red arrow. The only thing what I want to do is I want to make the size of my red arrow smaller. And that's all I hope that I can achieve, guys, Obviously, the ideal transfers which I want this game week are obviously, Salah and Trossard, but unfortunately, I don't think that is happening. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there without taking 2 hits, So just gonna have to make do with what I The problem with getting Trossard, guys, is not that I don't want Trossard. The problem with getting Trossard is his next fixtures are absolutely tough. City, how horrible can a fixture get? Like Chelsea, even Wolves away is not the easiest fixture for Trossard, and that is the reason I'm a little bit reluctant to go there. But the problem is, who else to go for is the question. I don't even have a player which I want to keep long term. Either I just Smelly Wap says, Viz, focus on your team. Absolutely, Smelly Wap. Thanks for reminding me, my friend. I have to do it. Guys, just a second. I'm not going to stop answering the questions for now. I just need to focus on my team because I don't want to take it to the wire. Otherwise, I think that's just going to become too difficult for me to kind of execute. So, let's just say I'm keeping Kane for now. And Kane plays against... he plays against Manchester United this week, which is not the easiest fixture. But then he plays against Newcastle as well at home, which is also not easy, So it's not that, taking Kane out... If you have, 9 or 10 playing players, taking Kane out for Salah is a perfectly good practice. For those who kind of have, this option. I don't. So, 5.8 million uninspiring players. What should one do? God damn it. So the options which I have really are... no, I don't want to go with Bruno Guimaraes. No three Newcastle players for me. Just not gonna happen. Actually, the issue is, guys, there are no good options here in this price bracket. Just not good. Trossard or Kane captain? If I had those two, I think I would go with Kane. Your thoughts on Rashford? Long term, I think good. Short term, I don't think so. But the problem is minutes are not nailed. McAllister it is then. Yeah, I guess I don't see any other option, you know. Like wanting Trossard and going with McAllister is goddamn like the worst thing you can actually do. You know, it's not been bad or anything, McAllister, but I mean, let's just alright. Fantasy football fix is going to have to help me out now. I'm gonna take 1 minute, guys, as I always do. I'm gonna compare the two players right at the end. I'm gonna panic and I'm gonna make a transfer. So if you're enjoying this stream, do leave a like, because that will only help me with my red arrow. That'll make me happy with my red arrow, at least, you know. Right. So let's go to fantasy football fix. There you go. Alright, my friend, always with the Brighton players right at the end of the stream. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm not answering your questions. If Smellywab, Nehal, if you guys can help anyone in the chat, I would be really appreciative, but because I just need to kind of make this transfer right now. Brighton, let's go with Trossard. Alright. Player number 2 is McAllister. I hope everybody can see the screen. Himanshu says thoughts on Trent. Himanshu, long term, I think he's gonna be an okay option, but short term, I think you can, you know, like, I think he's gonna play, and the fixtures are good, but you really want to spend that much on Trent is the question. Alright, guys, so McAllister plays on the center, obviously Trossard plays on the left. Neko is gonna play, don't worry. Don't swap Neko out. I think he's gonna play. Aurier is injured. Anyways, guys, focus. So yeah. So this is Trossard, guys. This is like Trossard has taken 21 shots. McAllister has taken, wow, look at the difference. This guy has taken 1 penalty. That's it. All his shots are from outside the box. Look at Trossard. Man, oh man, oh man. What the hell? I'm gonna go for this player. Absolutely horrible. There's no comparison, guys. I mean, XG for 90 minutes. Point. It's obviously the same. Shots, Trossard takes more shots. On target, more. Shots in the box, 2.3 versus 0.3. My word. Do I really want McAllister? No, I don't. 5 goals to 4. Out of this, I think 2 are penalties. 1 is a free kick. So this guy just takes dead ball shots. Shots in the box, 19 versus 3. There's no comparison, guys. There's no comparison. I'm just depressing myself more. This is no comparison. Are you not bringing in Solanke? No, if I wanted to transfer out Kane, that is the only option in which I would bring in Solanke. Viz, do it now. I'm gonna do it, guys. Just a second. Damn it. Do I really want to go with this? The problem with McAllister is I'm not even sure if he's on penalties, you know. Next week I'm gonna have to transfer him out again. Like if I go with Almiron, next week he plays against Tottenham. That's just a horrible fixture. But obviously next week I'm gonna have my City and Arsenal players back, so that's not that bad. Trossard would get my vote. Obviously Trossard is getting the votes, but the problem is I don't have the money, you know, to kind of. So if I get Almiron, oh, uninspiring. This goddamn Madison had to take a yellow card. So if I get Almiron, and why not take a goddamn hit and get at least playing players, you know. Having to take uninspiring moves, at least take somebody out and play them. I mean, the plays against Wolves, you know, at home. I guess I'm gonna make this transfer, guys. Let's just, you know, goddamn throw the kitchen sink at it. Kitchen sink with Almiron. What a kitchen sink that's gonna be. Anyways, guys, I think... see, if this is a 2-point transfer, I think let's go with it. If I think too much, I'm gonna talk myself out of it. Kane out for Salah. Yeah, if you want to do it, you can do it. Absolutely, you can. Start Ward or Pope. If I was you, I would start Pope. Nehal, you took the -8 for the right players. You know, I can't. Like, if I want to get Trossard, I'm gonna have to take Cancelo out, and next week it's just gonna increase my problems. If I get Gehi in next week, he plays against, yeah, Everton. That's uninspiring nonsense. I'm just gonna make my transfers, guys. This is the last minute. I'm definitely gonna make my transfers. Promise you. If I can get Trossard. If I double up with Brighton, no. Well, I guess let's just go with Gehi then. God help me. Alright, for anybody who wanted to look at my transfers, these are my uninspiring moves. Make captain. Not good. I'm not satisfied with my team, but, you know, at least I get to keep Haaland, Cancelo. I obviously sold Foden, but I can't. Right, guys. You need Trossard. I needed Trossard. I don't have the money, bro. I just can't. The problem is to get Trossard, I'm gonna have to absolutely, like, rip up my team. I'm not willing to do that. Because the thing is, I want Cancelo back next week. Yes, Trossard is gonna score against Nottingham Forest, and so be it, you know. It's not, can't do it, guys. Neil says Sterling matters has a certain, yeah, that's the move. I already, James to Robertson or James to Gehi for a -4. I think James to Robertson would make more sense, because next week he plays against Nottingham Forest. Almiron scored 24 for me in 3 weeks. Todd, you're the man, bro. See, guys, I took a -8, which is essentially a -4 this week. At least I got rid of Patterson, who has been giving me a lot of problems because, you know, I'm always having this dead player on the bench. I kept, you know, my core of 3 players which I wanted to keep: Haaland, Cancelo, Martinelli. Foden was never like the core, you know, like, he's a good player. I can get him back if I want. Like, when I sell Kane, I can get Foden back. That's not going to be a problem. In any time, I can get him back in place of Almiron. So, yeah. Lock your teams, guys. I'm just going to refresh for anybody to see. If you enjoyed the last minute drama, please don't forget to hit like. Do I sound like a bass now? Or do I sound like a treble? I sound like a sad bass, you know. It's a sad bass because I'm not happy with my team. Todd, that is absolutely stunning though, you know. 24 points in 3 weeks with Almiron. Smelly Wap says we love last minute drama. Yep, you do. I don't. It's not good for my heart. I am, you know, because I am, you know, like, kind of streaming, making decisions, answering questions, so much going on. It's like an i7 12th generation or an i9 12th generation, you know, multitasking stuff. 8 cores working at the same time. Barry says, look at the positive side. Arsenal are still on top of the table. They are. That is true. Guys, by the way, if McAllister scores tonight, just goddamn hope he doesn't. It was trumpet time. Nehal, well, you know, the thing with trumpets is trumpets are used, or they come out when I really have an option. This time I did not. What you did was, says Fadzali. Kasemi, what are you talking about? Come on, you're joking. I did crazy, my friend. I tripled up on Newcastle. For the love of FPL. I don't know what I did. I actually, I just, thing is, I didn't want to sell Kane because, I didn't want to sell him because, he's like number 2 for influence, number 1 for creativity, number 2 for threat, and number 2 in the ICT index. He's got decent-ish fixtures coming up against, Newcastle, Bournemouth. Yes, Liverpool is a tough one, but I mean, this is just a one-off. The problem with Kane, what I really want to, I might sell him next week, might. The reason why is because there's a World Cup coming up. I want to take those players into game week 16, which are not part of the World Cup. For example, I would love to take a player like Salah. I would like to take a player like Haaland. I would like to take a player like Martinelli. I would like to take a player like Zaha. These are the players which are like gonna be fresh when they come back. When other players are tired, injured, come back from the World Cup, I'm going to have these players which are fresh and raring to go when others come back from the World Cup. And that is my thinking, like that is the reason I might kind of get rid of Kane, because there's lots going on. Kane, like, yes, he's scoring points every week, and I might keep him if I can get, like, if I next week, for example, if I can get a decent team without having to sell Kane, yes, I will obviously do it, but otherwise, Kane can go. Kane has to go, that's, sometimes you have to do these things. Oof, guys. Himanshu says all the best with catch you at the next deadline. Thank you so much, Himanshu. And I'm so sorry I could not kind of answer you in a detailed way. I was actually just rushed off my feet. Fadli says, can't believe I chose to bring in Castagna, not Robo. Just my gut feeling. If I didn't do and he haul, I'll be kicking myself. Don't worry. It's just Fadli. It's absolutely right. That's true. But FPL is a game of probabilities. You have to stick with what you believe in. Oh, how much owned is Almiron? Is he a, wow, 9.3%. Almiron, for the love of FPL, I just hope you do something, bro. I don't even know why I transferred you in. It's like, oh, having too much booze and waking up in the morning with somebody else, and you're like, whoa, who are you? Anyways. Lampard decided to turn up now. Yeah, absolutely, I was lucky with the double clean sheet of Newcastle last week against United. Rashford missed such an easy header right at the end. Fred missed an easy chance. Rashford missed an easy chance. It was absolutely horrible watching that with double Newcastle defense, especially when I had a horrible game week. Look at the game week I was having. Think what would have happened, guys, if Trippier and Pope would have kept their clean sheets. Mitrovic on the bench and Trippier and Pope losing a clean sheet at the 95th minute was just prime FPL. Was waiting to happen. Look at this mess of a goddamn team. I got 43 points. Got a small red arrow. That could have been a more dark red if Trippier and Pope would have lost their clean sheets. Thankfully, Rashford decided to miss the header. Thankfully, Fred didn't put it in. Yeah, it's just probabilities, guys. It's horrible to watch that game as United fans, but Trippier did something on my FPL. Exactly. I ended up with 10 players and Trossard captain. Woof. Well, Jugs, last time you captained Madison, you did really well, bro. I don't own Trossard. I'm really scared of not owning Trossard tonight, my friend, and that is honest. But I don't know. I didn't have any option to bring him in. Couldn't do it. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope if I get a grey arrow this week, guys. Let's just say if I get a grey arrow, I'll be happy. If I get a small red arrow, let's say I'll be, it's like expecting the expected, not the unexpected. But if I get a deep red arrow, I think it's gonna come from Brighton. I really think that. I think Trossard's ownership is 25%. It's just through the roof. How much is Salah owned, by the way? That would be interesting. I mean, 39.5 is like, its ownership is skyrocketing. Like earlier, it was down. Like I think it was down to was it down to 27% at one point in the season? But he's again going up. I think people are just selling Kevin De Bruyne for Salah this game week. FPL Jackson, I got 48, dropped from 22k to the 19. That's absolutely fine, Jugs. You know, there's lots of time to cover it up. You're in a great position. Just try to maintain it. Last week is the week we wish we can play goalkeeper Allison with points. Gaitara. I mean, there's like 6 goalkeepers scoring double-digit points last week. Any prediction, Wiz, or you need to get going? Now, Lightrays absolutely can do the predictions today. I don't have to get going, so yes, why not? We have some time on our hands. And I don't want to be watching the Brighton versus Nottingham Forest game anyway, hoping for a dunk clean sheet, which he loses in the 90th minute. So let's do the predictions. So guys, the first game is Brighton versus Nottingham Forest. Obviously, we expect Brighton to win this game. Brighton have been good. They were good against Brentford. Yes, they have a new manager. Yes, Potter left their club. But I feel that Brighton have not stopped playing the same way that they were playing under Potter. I don't see the change in style with the new manager. I expect Brighton to win this 3-0. And I expect Trossard to score some points. Please. Barry says 2-0 to Brighton. Bubbin says 3-0 to Brighton. Brighton game, Viz wish for 0-0 with Nico and Dunk clean sheet. Well, I would be happy if Nico scores the goal which takes away the Brighton clean sheet, because people have doubled up on their defense, and if Nico can kind of, just kick Trossard out of the game, that would be absolutely good. Not kick, I mean just just for this game. Don't care about the clean sheets. 3-1. Brighton 2-1 to Forest. That's interesting. You really think Forest is going to score? I mean, Brighton controlled the game so well. Even if you watch the Brentford game, Brighton controlled the possession. The only thing that Brighton suffered was Brentford having this Ivan Toney, the talisman, scoring a back heel and a penalty. 3-0 to Brighton, says Lightrays. Yep, well, everybody at least unanimously thinks Brighton is going to win, so let's just go with that. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. This is going to be a very interesting game. Honestly, I feel this could be a game in which it could end in a 0-0 draw. This season, Crystal Palace have not been as good at Selhurst Park as they were last season, I don't know whether it's because of the lack of players, whether, like, for example, Zaha was injured or like Elise was injured. For some time, Eze was injured as well, and they don't know who to play as a striker. One of the games, Mateta plays, then Odsonne-Édouard plays. I think they're just rotating around too much, maybe because of the injuries, or I don't know what's the reason. But I expect this game to either it's going to be a 0-0, or, you expect a freak kind of Zaha goal. That could happen there. But let's just go with the Crystal Palace win in this one, Although I am expecting a draw, but let's just go with the Crystal Palace win in this one. FPL Sam says 2-0 to Wolves. Fadli says, let's hope Zaha can score now. Pretty low ownership on my mini league. Seen a lot of Zaha on Twitter, but not overall. 1-0 to Palace. 1-0 to Palace. Lightrace says 1-1. 1-1 would be interesting. Wolves have not been good attacking wise at all. Yeah, even if when they beat Nottingham Forest, I mean, it was with the Ruben Neves penalty. It's just not good enough, Wolves, in the attacking sense. Yes, Diego Costa joined them, but it's going to take time for him to gel. I think he's moving on in age as well. So let's go with 1-0 Crystal Palace. Fadli says 26 points on my bench last week. Totti from Wolves even get 17 points. Well, sometimes this happens, Fadli. It was just unfortunate. I had Mitrovic on my bench too, but I was like, I had more like 10 points on the bench, so not that concerned. Bournemouth versus Southampton. Guys, this game is going to be interesting. I think, Hasenhüttl is very close to kind of, like his job is now on the line. He's been losing games. Obviously, he's been losing the games which he's been expected to lose, because against Manchester City, you don't expect them to win, But even the games he's expected to win, they're not winning those games. And I think they're suffering, Southampton. So I think Hasenhüttl is going to try and set them up in a way to kind of, you know, soak up the pressure at home and try to, you know, counter. But I think Bournemouth are looking stronger after Parker left, and their new manager is getting them to play. Is getting a tune out of Solanke, Billing, you know, even their fullbacks, they're pressing high up, so looks good for Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth will score. Southampton will score. I think 2-1 to Bournemouth. Let's go for 2-1 to Bournemouth, because if they can go away to Fulham and score 2 goals, I think they can score 2 goals at home to Southampton as well. Let's go with 2-1 Bournemouth. Fadli says 2-1 again, right? Nihal says 3-1. Bobbin says 2-0. And Barry says 2-1. FPL Sam says 1-2. James Ward-Prowse set piece masterclass. Interesting. Although I think it's due. James Ward-Prowse, you know, in every season he has this run where he scores crazy goals. Fadli says Southampton team, when we look at it, nothing interesting attacking wise. Well, yes, they really don't have that many. I mean, they signed this striker from Championship last season. I can't recall his name. 6 million striker. He just not has performed at the level. I mean, Ivan Toney stepped up to the Premier League, but that striker hasn't. No, not Aribo. They signed him last season. I just can't recall his name. Hang on, let me just check it out. No, this just not been good enough. Southampton. What was his name again? Let me just. Yeah, Adam Armstrong, the one he signed. They signed from. You know, I think it was Blackburn. They signed him from last season. He had like 26 goals in the Championship, but he's just not, you know, translated the same form to the Premier League. FPL Sam says Bournemouth are unbeaten in the league after that 9. Really, Bournemouth have been doing well, honestly, FPL Sam. You know, the thing is, like, the new manager is playing a more pragmatic style of football, and it's working for them. I really like, you know, how resilient they were against Fulham, you know. And that's good. They lost Broya and lost everything. I mean, Broya, how much goals did Broya score? I think not that many, but even last season they were struggling a bit, you know. I think they're just not investing the right money in the right players. You know, what will Hasenhüttl gonna do with these set of players? I don't know. Let's move on, guys. I think it's too much discussion about Bournemouth versus Southampton. We need to move on. Brentford, Chelsea. I think this is gonna be a difficult game for Chelsea, but Chelsea is gonna kind of end up winning 2-1. I think Brentford is going to score, but Chelsea is going to score 2 goals. Brentford going to score 1 goal. From Chelsea, it's hard to predict who's going to score the goals. But if I had to kind of say, you know, like pick one player, I think it could be Mount. Pulisic, if he starts, he could be interesting. I think he's scored a very good goal in the last game. I think he's playing really well, Pulisic. But I think Mason Mount can score 1 goal, and he can definitely be the center again of Chelsea's attack. I think Potter is trying to get a tune out of Chelsea, and I think he's doing well until now. From Brentford, I think obviously Ivan Toney, Mbumo, the usual suspects, they can do something. Nihal says, Fadli says Brentford 2-1. Wow, Toney step out again. Wow, interesting. Nihal says 2-2 as well. Barry says 2-2 as well. Wow. Light Ray says 2-1 to Chelsea. Bubin says 2-3 to Chelsea. FPL Sam says 0-1 to Chelsea. Brentford at home is a beast. Brentford at home is a beast. I agree with that. But I think the level of Chelsea is not that, not how like the kind of teams like Brentford can live with if they play to their potential. I think Manchester United was a freak result. I don't think they're ever going to beat Manchester United 4-0 again at Brentford, you know, at their home. Arsenal went there. They were pretty comfortable. They won that game. You know, so it's not like even Brighton, they dominated that game in possession, in the territorial advantage they had. But the problem was, like, they have a prolific striker in Ivan Toney who just finishes his chances. I mean, that back heel was absolutely sublime. But that's the reason, you know. You see how relaxed I feel after the goddamn deadline, you know. Wow. Anyways, I think it's Chelsea's going to win this 2-1, but many of the guys have different predictions, so let's see how it goes. It's going to be interesting regardless of what happens. Liverpool versus West Ham. I think Liverpool going to win this game. Salah's going to score a hat-trick, and West Ham are going to let him score a hat-trick because Salah's my captain. But anyways, guys, I think this game is going to be I think Liverpool's going to get new confidence by beating City. I think the problem with Liverpool is they don't have many attacking players, which can impact the game from the bench. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, long-term injury. Like Luis Diaz out. Jota, they said, is out from the World Cup now. So basically they don't have anybody. Even in midfield, they've got these aging players in Thiago and Henderson, James Milner. I think this Liverpool have just not made the right signings. So but I think they're gonna win this game. Not sure if they're gonna let West Ham score or not, but I think after City, Klopp is gonna keep the momentum going. I think Liverpool gonna win this game 2-0 with Salah involved in some of the goals. At least there won't be any noise from Arsenal this week. Come on, Fadzali. Arsenal, we've been down so long. At least just let us have our moment, enjoy our moment. 4-0 Salah hat-trick and Carvalho. Wow, interesting. 3-1 to Liverpool, 3-0 to Liverpool, 2-0 to Liverpool. So everybody expects a Liverpool win. Nahil says 2-0. So yeah, I agree with all of you guys. I mean, that's I think Liverpool gonna win this game. West Ham, the defense is suffering. They've got so many injuries. I think Zuma is now injured. I think so far. Kerher is injured. So not sure who's gonna play. Darwin Brace assisted by Salah. Penalty save by Fabianski. Salah scoring the rebound. I'd be happy with 10 points from Salah, my friend. I think my captaincy is going to be very important to save my, to keep my arrow to a grey. If Brighton go crazy and Salah doesn't do anything, I think we're looking at a rank drop, colossal rank drop. Anyways, let's see what happens. Newcastle versus Everton. I think Newcastle going to win this game. Almiron is going to score a hat-trick. And he's going to provide a hat-trick of assists as well. Realistically, I think Newcastle is going to win this game. I'm not sure if Everton are going to start Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but when he starts, I think they're a different team. They play well. I'm not sure how fit he is, how sharp he's going to be, but I expect Newcastle to win this game. I don't expect Newcastle to keep a clean sheet, really. Even against Spurs, I think Everton threatened. They were looking good for certain moments. The problem is they're lacking a central figure. As soon as Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes back, I think they improve as a team. So I don't know how to predict this one, but let's just hope for the best, let's say Newcastle 2-1 win against Everton. Let's hope Almiron can do something, guys, for my sake. 0-0 Trippier 3 bonus is all I need. FPL Sam says 3-1 to Everton. Newcastle 3, Everton 1. Barry says 1-0 to Newcastle. Almiron hat-trick, sure. No bias on your team. Absolutely not. Newcastle 2-0 to Newcastle, says Light Rays. Yep, I mean, everybody unanimously at least agrees that Newcastle is going to win this game. That's how they've changed. Last season, 2 seasons before this, Newcastle were not even in the league. But, nobody expected Newcastle to do well. Now with the investment coming in, with players like Bruno Guimaraes and Alexander Isaac, and in defense, Sven Botman, Trippier, their image is changed. 1-0 Trippier goal, Pope yellow card. That's absolutely fine. I'd take that any day, all day. United versus Spurs, guys. This is going to be very interesting to predict. To be honest with you, Spurs are on, how many points are they on? 23. Hang on, let me check. The thing is, guys, Spurs are not playing well. They've been winning games. They've been grinding out games. They're on 23 points. Yes, they won 7 games, drawn 2, lost 1, and I feel that Spurs are, they're just grinding out games. With Manchester United, I feel there is something building with Erik ten Hag and all that. It feels, they're coming together as a group. Spurs, it just feels that they're like, just managing to, by the skin, just barely by the skin of their teeth, they're winning games, and I feel that this game is going to be cagey. I feel Manchester United are going to score in this game. Spurs are going to score in this game. I feel, after the draw with Newcastle, I think Erik ten Hag is going to expect his players to perform better. I think United are going to win this game. Maybe the Arsenal fan in me wants Spurs to lose, But the Arsenal fan in me also doesn't want Manchester United to win. So technically, I should be predicting a draw. But I think United are going to win this game, because I'm not here to predict as an Arsenal fan. I'm here to predict from the FPL point of view. So I think United are going to win this game. Maybe it could be 1-0 to Manchester United, even though I ended up keeping Kane. But I think it could be 1-0 to United. I think United are improving. It could be 2-1 to United. It could be 1-0 to United. I just have a feeling that United are going to win this game. They even beat Arsenal at home. They have these fast counter-attacking players, especially when Ronaldo doesn't play. If you play Rashford as a striker and you play Jadon Sancho and Antony on both sides, and then you've got Christian Eriksen, putting through balls. I think that's just counter-attack for you. And if Tottenham have to come out and play and United hit them on the counter, I think that could work. Anyways, yeah, they even beat Liverpool at home, says Nehal. So Nehal says 3-0 Wilson, Brace, Miggy goal. Yeah, Miggy goal would be absolutely amazing, isn't it? 2-1 to United, says Nehal. 2-1 to United, says Barry. They all, but Nehal is a Liverpool fan. He's saying 2-1 to United. Interesting. Lighter says 2-1 to United. What we think of Tottenham? I'm not gonna say that on the stream, but you all know what Arsenal fan think of Tottenham. The word starts from S. Manchester United 0-0 Spurs, says FPL Sum. Budzali says, watch Wiz predict a 1-1 draw for the United. Yeah, Budzali, you were close, bro. It's the home atmosphere that helps United. Yeah, I mean, they were really good against Newcastle. I mean, they missed a couple of really good chances, Yeah, I think they're going to do well. They're going to do well. Nah, superior. Never. Need Spurs to drop points for us to make top 4. Well, Nehal, I mean, Spurs losing would be good for everybody. It would be good for the global warming. It would be good for the world. It would be good for, just the COVID situation and everything, Anyways, guys, let's move on. I think, just having too much fun. The tension has been released and I'm relaxing now. Fulham versus Aston Villa. I think this game is going to be very, very interesting for me to, just to watch how it goes. I think Gerrard is struggling. Aston Villa, obviously, they were expected to lose to Chelsea. It was nothing new, but performances are not coming. And, Fulham at home, they are really good. Even against Bournemouth, Bournemouth were good. They were really good, but Fulham pegged them back. Even at the end, Mitrovic had a chance to score a goal. And he missed his chance. Actually, a couple of chances he missed. I think Fulham are going to beat Aston Villa, guys. It could be a draw. It could be a 2-2 draw. But I feel that Fulham are going to win 2-1. I think they can stop Aston Villa scoring, especially their players are not gelling, Metro Party 3-1, Fulham 3-0. Nehal says 3-1 Fulham. Gerrard gets the sack. 2-0 Fulham. Well, everybody expects Fulham to win. I was just a little bit concerned. I was a little bit more cautious with my predictions. I said 2-1. Gerrard, Hasenhüttl pack their back this week. The thing with Hasenhüttl is whenever his job is on the line, he actually, gets some tune out of the team. Every time Southampton have been on the brink and Hasenhüttl has been on the brink, he's managed to bounce back. Remember that 9-0 loss to Leicester? Remember that 5-1 or 5-2 I think it was against Tottenham? They always find a way to bounce back. Can he do it this time? I'm not sure, but let's see. Used to say the same about Ole, that didn't work. But Ole was at a bigger club, Barry. He was at United. The pressure in United and the pressure in Southampton is not the same. Southampton owners can bear the discontent of the fans. The voices don't get that loud as compared to what happens in United, because United have got so many celebrity fans. They start tweeting, and suddenly this huge juggernaut of discontent is on the head of Glazers. So it's not the same. But anyways, FPL Sam has already predicted Leicester 2, Leeds 2. I feel that there's going to be goals in this game. Yes, Leeds are going to score. Definitely going to score. If Patrick Bamford plays, there is no chance that Leicester can keep Leeds out. I think he was that good against Arsenal, Patrick Bamford. He missed a penalty, yes, I know. But he was really, really good. The movement, the way he actually plays on the shoulder of the defenders. I absolutely loved watching Patrick Bamford against Arsenal, and I can say that now, having snatched a win from the jaws of kind of a draw or a defeat. If Patrick Bamford had scored that penalty, guys, I'm telling you right now, Arsenal would have lost that game. That was the momentum that Leeds were in. We were lucky that Patrick Bamford missed a penalty, because that time if he had scored a penalty, I think it would have been tough for Arsenal to stop him. I'm saying that as an Arsenal fan. I'm admitting it now because we managed to win, but it was very difficult, guys. Very difficult to watch that game. Nail says 0-2 to Leeds. FPL some 2-2 Leeds. Lighter says 2-2. Fadri says no, Leeds ain't scoring. I need this clean sheet. 3-0 to Barnes involving Leeds not scoring and a board. Masterclass. Rodrigo and Bam Bam goal, says Nehal. Barry says agreed, but everyone except the fans backed Ole no matter what the number of times Bruno and Rashford. I agree with that. But I just hope. I like Hasenhüttl as a manager. I hope he stays. But this space is very cruel. Like, managers don't really get that many chances, my friend. Barry says 1-0 to Leeds. Wow, very interesting. If Leeds win, I think that would be tough for Brendan Rodgers as well. Don't forget De Gea's contribution to Ole's job. Absolutely. 4 more minutes till team news. Alright guys, I'm gonna stay for 4 more minutes, although I'm absolutely tired. Actually, I was playing football this week, like this evening, and I came straight back and absolutely tired. Need to like kind of have my dinner and get ready to watch the games. 3 minutes to know if Trossard starts up front. Nihal, please, for the love of God. Watching Maddison absolutely hit Nottingham Forest was painful. Watching Trossard do the same would be painful as well. I don't know how to. I don't even have a sofa in the room I watch my games. Where should I hide? Behind my bed, I suppose. There's no space behind my bed. I don't know. I guess I'll just make a wall of pillows to hide behind. But anyways, Hasenhüttl will, yeah, already answered that. What position were you playing with? I always play central midfield, my friend. I always play central midfielder. It's like we play like more of a 6v6 or 5v5. It's it's not a small, like it's not a small one. It's not like a street one. But it's like a bigger ground in which we play. And like I always play central midfield. Just the type of player who just I've always played central midfield. I like making like late runs and taking shots from kind of distance. Yeah, something like what McAllister we saw was doing. That's the reason I didn't get him in. Neil says I am a central defensive midfielder. Was used to play right back in the day, then moved to centre back, and now in my favorite position. That's great, Nehal. I play like more of a traditional central midfielder. It's like I do the defensive work as well, and I join the attacks as well. So I love my position. It allows me to kind of press, when we don't have the ball, and when when we're attacking, obviously everything goes through me. So I absolutely enjoy that. Fullback is the most tiring position, especially today's defensive midfielder is absolutely my favorite position as well, Nehal. Actually, like the mold of defensive midfielder which I really like is like Sergio Busquets, and like Luka Modric. Luka Modric not really a defensive midfielder, but you understand what I mean. Like players like Xavi, Sergio Busquets, even like these are the mold of players which I enjoy watching and I like. I have forever I've appreciated Sergio Busquets. It's just how he plays. Pirlo I always used to admire as well, the way he played, the way his vision was. What a player. Modern day Conte. Conte is just a different mold of player. Toni Kroos, yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely great. I like Fadli says Trossard starts. Come on, guys. Why couldn't he be benched? Can anybody tell me this? Just tell me, guys. Guys, the news is Nico Williams starts. Alright, this is the news. Trossard starting. God damn, Trossard. I'm just absolutely scared to death of not owning this player. Phew. Where is... Alright, let me look at the Brighton team sheet. Actually, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna show you the Brighton team sheet, guys. Don't worry. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to show you this. Fulham. What is this? Oh, come on, under 21. Aurier and Nico start. What? Aurier starts as well and Nico Williams? What's happening here? Come on, don't tell me that the... What formation are they playing? Like Mangala, Williams... Gibbs White, Lingard starts. Johnson, obviously striker. Yates, Roller, Aurier, McKenna. Where is Aurier gonna play? Hard for me to understand. Where is the Brighton team sheet? Alright, let's just... Got there. Go straight to Brighton's... Oh, come on. There you go. Guys, I hope you can see it. Yeah. Lineup: Sanchez, Webster, Dunk, March, McAllister starts, guys. Told you he's going to score a hat-trick. Trossard, Gross, Lallana, Welbeck, Casiero, Weltman. Very strong team. Very, very strong. Solly March. Yeah, it's starting. I'm playing very well, guys. Solly March. I have my eyes on this player. Not like... I'm not going to bring him in or anything. But he's playing attacking. He's getting into really good positions. You know, he plays with both feet. He's a very positive player. I like watching Solly March play, by the way. Alright, hopefully you saw the team sheet, guys. Coming back. Really love Khomeini, says Snehal. Yeah, that's amazing player. Kamavinga is good as well. I just want to see game week 13 pick team. Well, I don't think they're gonna give us this option now. Has the game updated? What? No. Alright. The game hasn't updated yet, so yeah. All out attack, great for Brighton. Estupian bench though. Solly March, if listed as defense, is a brilliant pick. I agree with that. No one is getting subbed at half time. Hope it's not Nico. Nope. Nico's not gonna get subbed. All out attack. Wow. Great for Brighton. Brighton gonna rip them apart. I wish, guys, just wish me luck without Trossard. And please just hope that it's not too bad, right? So guys, we come to the end of this edition of Deadline Stream. I hope I was able to answer your questions, and you enjoyed this little bit added spice in the form of the trumpets that came close to the deadline. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you this weekend for the next edition of the Deadline Stream. Till then, take care. May the arrows be green, and have a great game week. All of you who've captained Trossard, I hope he does okay. Anyways, guys, FPL Wizard signing out. Take care, guys. Have fun, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.